Hi guys, welcome back to a Romanian Resurgence. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have our last two games of the season. We are up against Cluj away from home, and then we follow it up with a game against Craiova. Since you're last with us, as you can see, form has been a little bit sketchy. It's a variety of tough games, as you can imagine, but overall, we've performed admirably for the most part. The defeats against Petrolul in both of those games probably compounded the fact that we probably weren't going to qualify for Europe, but it was certainly made pretty much certain following Craiova's win of the Romanian Cup. That means they have actually qualified for Europe this season, and it takes the third place opportunity away from the league qualification spots. So in relation to that Champions Playoff League table, as you can see there, Craiova qualifying for Europe because they won the Cup. We're sat in 5th place. If we can get 2 wins today, we might be good enough to finish second, but we need to rely on all of the other results going our way. We need Sepsi to lose both of their matches, and depending on who they're actually playing, so they're actually playing against Petrolul. So if Petrolul won against Sepsi, we couldn't qualify anyway. So it's just a case of rounding off the season with these 2 games. There's no real pressure. It would be nice to finish a little bit higher. If we can get 3rd or 4th place, I'd be quite pleased. But as long as we don't finish bottom, we can be quite happy, to be honest. I mean, it's been a very good campaign. We can be very, very pleased with how things have gone, to be honest. As I've mentioned a number of times before, we've done very, very well this season to even get to this point. I was suspecting to be in a fight in the relegation part of the playoffs, but we've done very, very well, and we've certainly got plenty that we can build on for next season. Incidentally, Marcel Zimber seems to have picked up a little bit in relation to his goal scoring. Um, he has scored in a few of these matches, which is certainly good to see because obviously, as you can imagine, it's as the season's gone on, we have realised that we have been lacking a goal scorer, but it is nice to see that he has been knocking a few goals in, and good signs for the future. Because, like I said before, we've got a very young squad here for the most part. One or two of the key players are going to be leaving the club as well at the end of the season. We have managed to sign a few players to new deals. We've taken a punt on one or two of them to keep them at the club. So we'll see how things go. And obviously, we'll hopefully, by the end of this episode, know our budgets for next season as well. Because obviously, that could be very, very important in terms of what kind of business we are able to do next season. Well, I say next season, for next season, over the course of the summer. And I think in terms of the base of the squad, I think we're looking quite good. We just need that little bit of extra quality, I think. And I think it's going to be a case of only bringing in the right players. Dosso, with a couple of opportunities there, a few deflections, it fell nicely for Dragici, who bags his 11th goal of the season. I must admit, it has been a few days since I've loaded this up, and I can't remember if Dragici was one of the ones that we decided to keep, giving him an extra year or so on his contract. But he's had a decent season, to be fair. I will have to look into it again, of course. My past thoughts have long gone, and I could still have some other decisions to make. I do vaguely remember that Migueles did sign a new deal, so we are going to be keeping hold of him. But it's just going to be a case of exactly what we can do over the course of the summer, as I've said before. Some of these players that have signed new deals, they may end up leaving anyway, but it's better that we can get money for them rather than let them go on free anyway. Here's a Juro back to Matai Marin. And now Chetkovic just holding on to it and lays it out to this right hand side for Chermont. Dorat picks it up in midfield, finds Dragici down this right hand side, tries to get past the fullback, and he's done quite well. He's actually cut right across the face of goal, lofts it over to Dosso, and it was a bit of a struggle for him to control it, but it's fallen for a Juro. He's been brought down. I've got a feeling that may have been a free kick, but it did seem very close to the line of the penalty area. Could it be a penalty? I'm not too sure, to be fair. No, no penalty given. It was just outside the box. So a little bit unfortunate. from our point of view, but still really positive play. We're working things quite well so far. Dragici, fair play to him, certainly looking like the man of the match as things stand. Here's David Matai laying it back to Matai Marin, back to Matai again, and now Dosso. Back to Matai Marin, into Bruno Henrique, just holding on to it in the base of midfield and laying it into Dorat, who makes the turn, and now David Matai into Dozo, and he couldn't quite get past Chupai, and now Abuashvili looking to bring it forward, but Chermont does really well. He's not on an inverted mentality at wing-back, by the way, Chermont, but he's ended up in the midfield there. Zimba into Dosso, and that's a thunderous strike from Alian Dosso. A really good finish. And I'm guessing, I mean, the angle looked quite strange from where we're sat here, but I'm guessing it snuck in at the near post. I mean, he hit it very hard. Yes, it has. Because I mean, as you saw there, it hit the centre of the goal, which is why I was a little bit confused, but it did beat Hindrick at the near post. And we take a 2-0 lead on the stroke of half time. So we've only had the 2 shots on target, incidentally. So we're looking reasonably clinical at the moment. Obviously, it could be a little bit too little too late from our point of view, but it's still positive as things go. Shepsy, I mean, they're winning 3-1, incidentally, against Petrolul. So there's not going to be too much happening there, I don't think. Petrolul have just pulled the goal back to 3-2, and Shepsy have gone 4-2 up now. So again, as I've mentioned previously, it's looking like that game is going to be pretty much done and dusted. Here is Dragici. Again, just holding on to possession, laying it into Bruno Henrique, and now Kamara. Plays it into Chermont, tries to find Dragici, who couldn't quite latch onto it, but the clearance was poor, and Najoro, with a bit of time, lays it into Matai Marin. Bit of time to pick his pass. Dosso, again, coming a little bit short to receive possession, but that's a great pass from Zimba, and Dragici scores his second of the day, and I think he was just onside. It's a little bit borderline, but I'm pretty sure he was just on there. And he was. I mean, it was a very well worked goal. Dosso cutting inside after coming deep, and Zimba on the turn. What a lovely reverse pass that is. And again, because of his size, he's reasonable at doing that target man type of role, even though we're not specifically asking him to do it. But he's laid up a couple of decent assists there. We're going to offer some praise to the lads because it's been a very good performance, this one. And overall, we have dominated proceedings. Here's Chermont with the delivery. Marin couldn't quite get the header. Boca cleared. Matai into Chermont, who's in space in the area. And Chermont makes it 4. What a performance this is. Clearly, the FM gods are looking very nicely upon us today. Obviously, like I say, it's the first time I've loaded up in a few days. And this is looking very nice indeed. Matai with the pass into Chermont, and he just fired it low, just on the inside of that post, and Hindrick beaten again. And we have had a very, very good result here today. Incidentally, FCSB 2-0 down against Craiova, who we play on the last game of the season, and that could be a huge change in the title race as things sit as well. Abuashvili coming down this left-hand side, finds Luchachi. Now Philip into Gunning. Gets the strike away, and it's just over the crossbar. He couldn't really think of testing Chekovic from there, to be honest. We could be very comfortable with this now. Joro's struggling a little bit fitness-wise, but I think we'll just let things play out as they are. Dorat into Dosso. He lays it all the way back to Habib Kamara. A bit of a strange pass, that one, but it does mean that we keep possession. Dorat back to Kamara again. Just struggling to break the line this time round, but we're continuing to hold on to possession as Kamara launches it back to Chetkovic, and now Marin has support ahead of him if he can find it. Again, a lot of the plays going through Habib Kamara at the moment. He finds Bruno Henrique. He finds the pass to Dorat, and now Dragici is in behind. The defender's completely missed his interception, and it's a hat-trick for Stefan Dragici, and at 5-0, I mean, this is probably one of the best performances of the season, incidentally. It's a shame that it's come when there's not really anything riding on it, if you see what I mean. I think the lads certainly feeling the fact that there isn't any pressure on them now. But Dragici, we may have something to think about. Like I say, I can't remember if we did actually sign him to a new deal or not. But he has bagged a hat-trick here with 3 very, very good finishes as well. excellent performance, a 5-0 win. No cards in the game either, incidentally, which is a bit of an unusual one. Outstanding performances all over the pitch. I am very, very pleased with that performance, but that just shows what we're capable of. I mean, yes, Cluj may have actually rotated their squad a little bit, but that really does show what we can be capable of if things go our way. FCSB, incidentally, did lose 2-0 to Craiova. They can't catch us, so we're guaranteed 5th place. But with Sepsi winning, they could actually win the league, depending on what happens on the final day. So it's all to play for. And the game against Craiova is in 7 days. So bear with me. We'll be back for that one, our last game of the season. And then we can have a review and see what kind of budgets we're looking at for next year's campaign. Okay then, guys, here we go for the game against Craiova. We're not making too many changes for this game. We had the option to do a bit of rotation, but we want to push ourselves that little bit further. If we can finish in 3rd place, that would be a phenomenal achievement, to be quite honest. We go into this game hoping we can get the win. Craiova have had the beating of us for the most part this season. It has been a bit of a tough campaign, as we're aware. We're a bit hit and miss at times, but following that performance in our previous game, this could be a big opportunity for us to push on a little bit further and just finish as strong as possible. Hopefully, with us being at home as well, we can get the win that we want. But again, it, the whole focus of this last game of the season is based on what is going to happen in that title race. FCSB need to win, and they've just taken the lead, incidentally, against Petrolor. Sepsi have to win, and they need FCSB to lose. And FCSB are 2-0 up now in the opening 15 minutes, so it looks like it's going to be done it's 3-0. It's going to be done very, very quickly, I think. And Sepsi, incidentally, have gone a goal down. Here is Chermont with a corner for us. Swings it into that near post, and there is Marin, and that's a great save from Popescu. In goal for Craiova. Here's Matai into Kamara. Into Bruno Henrique. The attack does continue. We're holding on to possession very nicely. Ajoro to Chermont, and Zimba didn't really challenge for the header, which is a bit of a strange one, to be honest. And obviously, big season next season for Craiova, qualifying for Europe after winning the Romanian Cup. They could have a very good windfall from competing in that European campaign. Here is Cretu, and Zimba does well to beat Kuyate. Lays it into Dragici, bagging a hat-trick last time out, of course. Now Bruno Henrique into the penalty area, and he fires it wide. He's got to hit the target there, really. Cluj lead against Sepsi, and as things stand, that means Cluj go ahead of us in the league table. Here's Dragici. Lays it back to Henrique. Now Matai back into Dragici, and he's hit the base of the post. And again, he's got to hit the target. FCSB 4-0 up. They're very much winning the title now, aren't they? I mean, Sepsi being behind is one thing, but I highly doubt FCSB are going to lose a 4-goal lead. Sepsi have drawn level against Cluj, though, which does mean, as things stand, we will finish 3rd. It's all happening in the other games, and we're not really doing too much ourselves. It's been a very even game, this one. Neither side really playing for anything now. We just need to try and make that final push here. Ajoro with the delivery into the penalty area. It's fallen for Henrique. Lays it back to Ajoro. Can he get it into the penalty area? He charges forward and he fires it in. And we've seen him score 1 or 2 belters over the course of the campaign. But unfortunately, that time it was off target. And in the end, we're 6 points behind Sepsi at the moment. And then it's a further 2 points. So there's a pretty strong gap in terms of quality when you look at it logically. We have got a lot of work to do in the build-up for next season. As Byram gets in the penalty, and that's a good block by the defender. In fact, it was Dragici who was back there doing the defending. With 20 minutes to go, a corner kick now to be taken by Mitrita toward that far post. It's a good header clear from Marin. Zimba couldn't get onto it. It's played back to Mitrita. They're still playing it forward. Screcciu into Chidera, back to Screcciu. And now Cretu with the effort, quite a way over the bar. We'll just pause there for a moment. 20 minutes to go. We need to make some changes here, really. Ajoro's not had the best of games. Kovacevic can come on. Odrinde can come on at right back. Dragici will bring off as well. He's been very quiet today. Dumitru can come on that right hand side. And I think, to be fair, George Boca will give him a final run out for the season up front for Zimba. We'll save the last substitution in case we need it. But I think, again, as I mentioned before, it doesn't massively matter at this stage. But if we can if we can maintain things as they are, Sepsi have taken the lead against Cluj, so that does confirm our third place finish as things stand. It's a 3-1 lead now for Sepsi. So we are looking good if we can hold on to the 0-0, which would be a nice way to finish the campaign, to be fair. A little bit lacking with the finish to the season, but there. A 0-0 draw is still a decent result. And overall, the opposition had more chances, so we can be relatively pleased with a point there. The job is done. We've done what we set out to do, and then some. We set out to avoid relegation, and we've ended up finishing third in the league, albeit quite a margin to the top two sides. But you know what? I think we can be very, very pleased with that season. We've done very, very well. Okay. We've qualified for the European Places playoff final against FC Rapid or Université Cluj. And they're in the bottom half of the... So they're in the relegation group, and they're first and second. Huh? I don't understand. So we've actually got another game to play now. So FCSB have been crowned champions. Do we have another game to play? There's nothing scheduled. I'm so confused. So FCSB have officially been confirmed as champions. We've had no budgets come through, but we've had no fixture drop down either, because it says that we've qualified to be in a playoff final of some description for European football. How bizarre. Bear with me. I'll be back in a moment and I'll see what's going on. Yeah, a little bit thrown by this one, but yeah, just give me a second and see what's going on. Well, apparently we can still qualify for Europe. That's the kind of idea I'm getting from this. So the top two teams from the relegation group have qualified for this playoff. They had to play each other, and now we play one of our club rivals, Rapid Bucharest, in the final. If we win this, I think we qualify for a European qualifier. I don't understand how this league's set up, but it's a very weird way of doing things, in my opinion. A lot of confusion, but we could still have an opportunity to qualify for Europe. The board, hours before this match, have offered me a new contract, which obviously we've accepted. That's the idea of this save. We're not going to be planning on going anywhere. We've had our budgets come in. We've received a £93,000 transfer budget, which isn't a lot, as you can imagine. And our wage budget is exactly the same. So, from that perspective, it could be a very tough summer transfer window. However, if we can qualify for Europe, depending on how it's going to be set up in terms of preliminary rounds and things like that, we could bump up the bank account quite considerably if it's something like the Conference League. But we have to win this match today. Let's just go out there and see if we can win this match. Full strength starting lineup. We're not making any changes. We've had two very good performances. Let's hope we can make it a third and get a very important win for this football club. It would be a great achievement if we could qualify for Europe. I thought it was done. I thought the league was finished and that was that, done and dusted. It's come out of left field, but we've got an opportunity here. Can we take it. It would be a phenomenal achievement if we could, especially against our rivals. Now, bear in mind, like I mentioned before, there was a league split. So the bottom half of the league only play 9 games because it's a bigger split than the top half. We play 10 because we play everyone twice. The bottom half only play each team once. Again, no rhyme or reason to it. It's a very confusing setup, in my opinion. But there, we'll go out there. If we win today, I think we have a European qualification. But we need to get the win. Ajuro with a delivery into the penalty area. It's easily cleared by Cristia. Dozzo picks it up, has support, but Ajuro, I think, may have been offside. Shermont to Ajuro on the edge of the penalty area. He positioned himself really, really well, incidentally. He wasn't closed down. He finished it superbly. 15 minutes gone. We take the lead. This could be a huge game in the context of the future of this football club. Like I say, I mean, I thought the season was done. I've said it 2 or 3 times already. This could be a massive, massive opportunity for us to take that next step, especially from a financial perspective. Jakob here into Machine. Back to Albu. He's under a bit of pressure. Zimba couldn't quite get there quickly enough. Haruna into Onia. Lays it across to Machin. And that's a stupid, stupid challenge from Dosso. We took the lead 5 minutes ago and he's potentially offered Rapid Bucharest a chance to get level here. And he has. It's a penalty kick. Come on, Chetkovic. It's Ramani with the penalty and he's gone straight down the middle. Chetkovic had to commit. And unfortunately, an 18th goal of the season for the Rapid Bucharest striker sends him the wrong way and it's 1 apiece. So despite our positive start, Dosso, with one little bit of stupidity there, has cost us our lead. And we need to pick it up a bit. Well, I say that, I mean, Rapid Bucharest, that's their first attempt at goal. We have been the dominant force so far, even though we've not had a lot of possession, which is quite unusual from our point of view. Big opportunity here, though. Marcel Zimber, scored a couple of belting free kicks this season. Can he score another? He's hit the crossbar. Albu smashes it clear. That was a big, big chance. What an opportunity that was for Marcel Zimber. And as we go into half-time, it is 1-1. I'm guessing there has to be a winner today. Can we find a way of getting back in front? Borza, 1 minute into the second half. It's a free header. Ajuro can't beat Ramani to it. Back to Borza again. Ajuro's brought him down. Surely we've not given away a second penalty. From hero to zero, potentially here for Ajuro after scoring that opening goal and the penalty's been awarded. I mean, this could change the future of our club considerably if we could qualify for Europe. Ramani scores again. I mean, he's one of the top scorers in the league for a reason. We're going to demand more. I'm not going to go attacking just yet. It's right at the start of the second half. And again, it's 2 shots on target and they're both stupid penalties. Chermont here with the throw into David Matai. Plays it back into Chermont. He's got support inside but can't find the pass. Bruno Henrique into David Matai. He did find the pass. And there's Dragici. Can he beat his man? It's a huge error at the back. Zimba's put it in. And I thought for a second he may have been offside, but a huge defensive error. And Marcel Zimba brings us back level pretty much instantly. 5 minutes between the 2 goals, as it was in the first half. But a huge error between the defender and the keeper. It's one of the easiest goals I think Zimba will ever score in a Steaua Bucharest shirt. And it is 2-2. And again, we deserve to be winning this game, but they are controlling possession. We need more of the ball. We're going to offer some encouragement to the lads. I don't want to do too much at the moment because we are holding our own. Can we find that vital goal? Haruna in possession, lays it into the goal scorer Ramani, Machin into Onia. Back to Machin. We need to close them down quicker. Onia into the penalty area, strikes, and it's over the crossbar. and defensively not looking too secure there. We are going to make a couple of changes. I think Bruno Henrique has to come off here. He's not had a good game. Sierra offers a bit more experience for us in the base of that midfield. Dosso's not had a good game. We're going to get Migueles on to that left-hand side. Marin's on a yellow card as well. Shouldn't really risk him. Chicheri, potential final appearance for the club for him. A huge opportunity there. And I think, to be fair, for now, we'll have to just leave it at that. I don't want to go too daft because if we change things too much, it could cause a lot of problems. Can we find a way to get a winner? We're going to potentially go attacking in a minute. Onia's cross and the header from Burmaz was poor. We are going to go attacking. We're going to take the risk. We're going to demand more. And Krasnicki just come off the bench for the goal scorer, Rahman. You wouldn't have taken him off, would you? Kamara trying to get it away. It's fallen for Jakub and he's scored and we're now behind. We're going to go all out. We're going to have to. We're going to just pause there for a moment. We're going to push Matai into an attacking mentality. Dragici's going to come off. And we're going to get George Boca on. He's not scored for a while, Boca. What a time it would be for him to do so. And we're going to get everyone pushing forward as much as we can. We need to get goal to get this equaliser. We need to get this equaliser. Can we do it? We're throwing everything at them for these last 10 minutes. We don't deserve to lose this game. This is the problem. They've had a lot of the ball. We've had a lot more chances, but again, we're just lacking a little bit. But obviously, of course, the 2 penalties have completely destroyed us. Ajuro with the throw. Sierra picks it up. Plays it forward. It's a good turn from him. Ajuro gets past his man. Fires it in. Boca! It wasn't Boca. It was Marcel Zimba. We have got that 3rd goal. We are level. Do we stick? Or do we drop the players back a little bit more? Do we stick and keep applying the pressure? It's a big risk, isn't it? Marcel Zimba with a tap in there. It's all... I don't gamble like this very often. This is a huge opportunity. We're going to stick with it for now. 3 apiece. Can we find a late winner? We're going to offer a little bit of encouragement for these last couple of minutes. Extra time. Oh, my word. We're doing very well, but we're going to just drop the players back a little bit, I think. We're going to drop the wing-backs to support again. We are level, of course. Matai can drop back to the support mentality. We'll leave the front 3 as they are. And we'll just drop back to a positive mentality for now. Obviously, we know what the options are for us. And hopefully, we can maintain the momentum. Here's Zimba. He smashes it all the way back to Chetkovic, who's way out of his goal. Please do not give the ball away. Dorat controls it well in central midfield, plays it into Chermont. Into Sierra, again, that calmness in the base of the midfield. He laid that pass for Ujuro, incidentally, in the build-up to that vital equaliser. And I'm very glad I brought him on now, to be honest. Here's Kamara into Dorat, and now Matai into Zimba. He's got support in the penalty area with Boca. Zimba's been brought down by Onia. Surely that could be another penalty. A 3rd penalty of this match would be insane. Is it a penalty kick? It is a penalty kick. What a chance we've got here. Zimba's on a hat-trick. It's going to be Migueles to take. Migueles fires it into the top corner. It's 4-3 right at the start of extra time. We are going to stick with the formation and everything as it sits. We're not going to be changing anything else. We'll stick with the mentality as well. We don't want to encourage Rapid to come on to us now. Can we keep this momentum going? What a big chance we have. We've worked very hard in this game. I mean, Rapid Bucharest will certainly probably feel hard done by themselves as things sit. But can we hold on? Chicheri, oh God, I thought he was going to give that away then. Ajuro with a lovely pass into Migueles. He's got support ahead of him. Zimba, that's a great interception from Christia at the back. That's a vital bit of defending from them. I can appreciate that all day long. as much as it is for the opposition player. Here's Onia now, straight down this right-hand side. That interception has certainly turned things around in this move. And, oh my word, Sierra brought Krasnicki down. I thought that was going to be another penalty. Here's Migueles, plays it inside to Dorat. He's got two ahead of him. Migueles now, down the left-hand side. Can he play the cross in? He can. Boca hits the post. It comes back to Marcel Zimber. It's a hat-trick. We have a 2-goal advantage. We can breathe a sigh of relief here. 5 minutes in this first half of extra time remaining. There's another 15 minutes to go. Can we hold it? I mean, Boca, he's not scored for so long. That was a big, big chance for him to be the hero in this cup tie. And we go into the second half of extra time with a 2-goal lead. What a performance from Marcel Zimber. We're going to just hang things on a little bit and we'll make a couple of changes just to get some fresh legs on. Saying that, we've not really got too many options. I think the wing backs have certainly done their jobs today. Kovacevic and Odorinde are going to come on in those wing back roles just to give us that extra energy in there. Incidentally, Kovacevic has come to us and said that he wants to leave the club. He's not been playing regularly. That's fine. If we can make some money on him, we will do so. Ball played in. What a claim from Chetkovic. A vital bit of goalkeeping there. Excellent stuff. Kovacevic coming down this left-hand side, lays it into Zimber, and he gives it away. And Krasnicki is there, and he's put it wide. That's a big chance there, just to make the last minute or so very edgy. But we have done the deed here. What a fantastic performance from Marcel Zimber in the end. A hat-trick from him. A Juro with a goal and an assist as well. And what a fantastic achievement to end the season. Can we get the confirmation now? I want to know exactly what that does for us. So we've won the European Places playoff final after extra time. Zimber with the hat-trick. And I'm not too sure where that leaves us now in general. So, squad planner. We've actually won manager of the season. That is a surprise. Obviously, we've very much overachieved, but that is a very nice achievement to have. So, let's just have a look. Yeah, so there we have it. We've qualified for the UEFA Conference League. What an achievement in our first season in the top division. We can be very, very pleased with that performance. And now we've certainly got something to look forward to next season. Obviously, from a financial perspective, the gain from that will be fantastic. But aside of that, we can look forward to a very interesting campaign next time out. Transfers is going to be very, very difficult. We'll have a transfer special and the beginning of our campaign coming in the next episode. Right now, I'm just going to breathe a sigh of relief, calm myself down a bit, and see where we go from here. So until then, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It's all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.